Part 3, the devil comes to kill, steal, and destroy. People have messed with our medical records, our cards we received SSI on, and everything. Family members, and my dad had people to do that. Do that make sense? Because to me it doesn't. And they can just get away with it. Like a lot of these, people in the world, because they have money, they getting away with stuff. It don't make sense. There was a bomb put under my car when my child was about, I think it was about 3 or 4 months old. And if my cousin and her boyfriend hadn't been behind us and told us that the car was on fire up on the bottom so we could get out, then we would have been dead. Like, it don't make sense. I've been shot at coming home from as a little child with somebody in the car, and they were shooting trying to kill me, and the bullets didn't even go through the car, all because of God. But it was right there. The bullet holes are right there, or were right there on the side that I was on. So I supposed to been hit, but you ain't gonna tell me it wasn't nothing, nobody but God, because it wasn't nobody but God. And we was coming home from watch night service. But people think I don't remember stuff. I remember a lot of stuff that happened. Yeah, people don't want you to remember because they tried to do stuff to make sure that you didn't remember. But I ain't gonna keep being quiet. And this video needed to be put out there. God been told me to speak up. Even when I was little, he been told me to speak up. I supposed to be in a wrote a book, and I just haven't done it. But I would rather speak it like I'm speaking it now than to even write my book. And I don't care who believes me and who don't believe me, because I know what happened. And there's a lot of other people that was around that knows what happened. My dad family members would literally make it where I couldn't get my son's week to get his milk when he was a baby. We couldn't get food stamps and all kind of things. I got put out of apartments because of lies, because of his dad, my dad, mean family members. We stayed on the street. We don't stay in my car. But my daddy want to act like he has helped me. When was this? If you helped me so much, why did we have to stay on the street or live in a car or go to other family members that tried to help, but then when they try to help, you hurt them? So I just say, no, just don't even help. And we don't have to stay on the street. Was in a shelter one night, and somebody came. He had somebody come in the shelter to put their hand over my mouth while I'm in the shelter with my child, and they trying to do something to me and my child, and I hit them hard enough to where I could get me and my child out of there. As a little child, he wasn't even in school yet. I hit the person so hard that was sitting there to do something to me, to where they got hurt, so I can get me and my son up out of there. That's stupidness. There have been incidents, children lost their lives while in their mother's stomach with my grandkids, and people think that that's something to play with or it's cute. What's cute about it? You think God gonna keep letting you get away with stuff? That's why you suffering now the way that you suffering. And my son come to you for help, and then you turn around and make him do wrong stuff? What kind of mess is that? That's craziness. I don't see my grandkids, so they'll be safe. That's just how we feel now. Because we don't know if somebody would do something if they wouldn't now at this point in our life. So we just feel like, oh, we just, I mean, come on. That's craziness. Yes, but we know where they at, and my son see his kids every day if you want to see them. They with his family members, well, with both our family members. And they're very well taken up for people that have questions about how you take care of them kids. They're very well taken care of with the money that my son turned over to them. You know, family members get mad at him because, you know, he don't want to keep on doing stuff, or like with the money that he gave the family members to take care of his kids. They get mad at him and then act stupid, and then they start doing stupid stuff too. Like, grow up. You older than my son is. Go get you a job. Ain't nothing wrong with you. Especially if ain't nothing wrong with you, you can work. Like, come on. I be feeling so bad all the time. My son feel bad because he wants to work. You know, it just pissed me off. I'm gonna say it like, it just really pisses me off when there's people out here that can work and that just don't want to work, and they just want to sit around and wait on somebody to hand stuff to them. Come on, grow up, act like adults supposed to act. You got some little children out here that got more sense than some of these adults have. It don't even make sense. You had the baby mama that put the sperm up in herself, took my son off of child support. But how you gonna take my son off of child support when he on disability? He don't even have the money. How you gonna do that? But it was able to be done because my daddy was down with the bull jump. When he stole, was stealing money and stole my money and had people steal my money when I was a child and some of my son's money. Come on. And he think it's cool and it's right. I'm sorry, I'm reading some because it was a lot. Also, for anyone that would like to know, we have a recording where we went to the Social Security office when my son was like about I don't know how old he is. I know we went to the Social Security office to let them know about the money that he had, but he never had it. He never had it in his hands. In the house, never been in his hands. It's never been in his hands. And so they had like nasty attitudes because it would be people in there, like family members that were working in there, stuff like that, and they would be so mean and evil, or people that my dad put in there to do stuff to us. So we went through stuff inside the Social Security office. So they didn't care that he had the money. So, but that's why we don't spend it, and he don't spend it. And I'll have mines that I used to have when I was a child or whatever to spend it. Or when I was adult to spend it. I was never able to touch my money either. Yeah, because everybody else spending the money for themselves and doing what they want to do. Like, but we sitting struggling. But I don't mind struggling because I'd rather for God to bless me than to take anything from anybody. That's why I don't ask nobody for anything. I try my best not to ask nobody for anything. We'll go without. So when I was taking all that medication, God told me to stop taking it. And when I stopped taking it, that's when I started remembering things because it wasn't even the right medication. That's why I wasn't remembering things, because all the medication they were giving me that's supposed to be help on my pain, it was to cause memory loss and stuff like that. And then when you try to have something done, we lying. Yeah, we lying because you got the people that's in the police station that's connected in the family. The mean people, the evil people that work for the devil. I'm just thankful that I remember now, so I'm able to tell my story, because maybe this will help someone else not to be afraid to speak up. I've never been afraid to speak up. I just didn't want to hurt other people like they hurt me. When you've been hurt so much, you don't even want to see people, even people that hurt you. You don't even want to see people that hurt you hurt. I literally help people that have raped me. I don't did stuff for them since I've been raped by them. You're not gonna tell me that I know I'm a good, because I know I'm a good person. You ain't gonna tell me I'm not a good person, because I know I'm a good person. But I guess I'm not a good person to people because I'll let y'all run over me. Not gonna do it. Ever. Because I don't live for y'all, I live for God. Once again, I just wanted to say I spoke about these things not for sympathy, because I know that's what some people may try to think or say. I speak about these things. Everything that I speak about on my page is because God leads me to. He always led me to. And I set up and didn't do it. But I'm not afraid to speak up because I know He's not going to let nothing happen to us. Yeah, He allowed these things that happened to us, that did happen to us, but they have only made us stronger. I don't know why, and my son don't understand why. But they have only made us even stronger. And I want to thank you all so much for listening to me tell my story. And I hope you all have a blessed day. I am Cre-cre Inspires. I create to inspire.